Hello traders, this whole week has been tough for day trading for me. I just haven't been able to do it. This morning was kind of more of the same. I had a conference call. I got to the trading desk about 9:35. I generally just would not trade under those circumstances, but since I'm making videos, I did look for a trade. And I'll show you what I found because there was a trade that would have worked out very easily. I missed it by a few minutes, but I have it on video and documented it, but it's not going to go in the spreadsheet, of course. But anyway, let's take a look at the small cap screener. It's a few hours after the open now, but it did look similar to this at the open. So I'm using my small cap screener. These are the filters that I have applied. And I always organize the list by volume. I'm only interested in the stocks on the first page. And at the open, I want to see 500,000 shares or more, or I won't even pull them up on a chart. Now, the other thing that I want to see is that they're up 5% or more, and then there's some daily chart criteria. So the only one that met all of the criteria, screener and chart criteria, was this quadruple U ticker symbol. And let's take a look at the video right now. So you can see here it's like 9:37 and I'm just getting things going. So as I said, under normal circumstances, it's not a good idea to trade. Since I'm trying to capture trades and make videos, I did open up the platform and look for some possible trades, and I'll show you this quadruple U setup. So first, let me point out one thing that's an important detail is HUDI was on the screener and it met the screener criteria, but one of my chart criteria is that it must have a 200 moving average indicator on the daily chart. So that means that basically that the stock has been trading for 200 days or more. So this one doesn't have it. So obviously this is a newer offering, and I do not trade stocks like that because they just don't have a history and therefore should not be as reliable. So I haven't actually tested that. That's just an assumption. Every single trading plan has some assumptions built into it that you think are going to improve your chances of successful trades, and that's one of the ones in this trading plan. So let's take a look now at the quadruple U. That was the ticker symbol that I chose to look for a trade on. So you can see here on the 5-minute chart. On the daily chart, obviously it was above the 200 MA, so it meets that chart criteria. And on the 5-minute chart, you can see it ripping up here. So I just opened up the 5-minute chart so I could look back very quickly onto the previous day and aftermarket and pre-market to find the high. And I could tell already that it's trading above the previous high. I have it on both charts here. So now the next thing to do is decide whether or not I missed the entry, and it's clear that I did because here you could see the first high of day, and that's just a signal to keep watching the stock when that happens. And now here's the pullback on this red candle, and it actually makes a new high on the next red candle. And the second high of day is established right here. So this is where my white line will go, and then on the pullback from that white line, that's where I would take the entry as soon as a 1-minute candle makes a new high. So I would have had to enter right here. And let's see what happens if I would have entered there. So you're going to see me mark out that level. This is my entry point. I use a blue line to mark out where I would have entered. This is the ideal entry with no slippage. That's important because one of my rules and one of my lines in my trading plan says that if my ideal entry makes a 2R trade and I missed it, then I have to stop trading for the day because then that means that I missed a good trade. So no reason to force another trade or something like that. The trade that I wanted already happened. It just happened without me. Best thing to do when that happens is just forget about trading for the day and move on to something else, come back the next day. So let's see here. The market doesn't care that you missed your trade. It's not going to give you another one just because you missed it. So on and so forth. So here I'm pulling up my XR calculator. Normally you see me use my 2R calculator, but the cool thing about this calculator is it lets me put in all of the different reward to risk ratios that I want to test. And you'll see me do that. So here I'm using a reward factor of 2. So that gives me the 2R profit target, which you could see at this point it's already been hit. And that's based off of my stop loss. So from the blue line to the red line is minus 1R. From the blue line to the green line is up 2R, and that's my profit target, and you can see that that price has already been hit. Once that happens, even if the price came back down and touches this level, I cannot enter the trade. Let's say, for example, that the price did go up a bit and I noticed, hey, I missed my entry, but it doesn't hit the 2-hour profit target. It comes back down to that exact price. Then I could get in the trade because it would make for the exact same trade had I gotten in a little bit earlier. Now, the interesting thing is, well, here I'm just putting on that first line that you normally see me place, which is just for the break of the previous high. So just so that you know that that's happened. And then you'll see me mark out the high of day. So this is basically how I normally do this first, before obviously the trade would happen. But I'm just doing this kind of for documentation. And here it is up on one big screen. So this yellow line represents the previous high. That's the first signal that there's strength in the stock. This is the first high of day. And that's another signal that there is strength, but I still can't take a trade yet. And then here is the second high of day. Once that is established, and that's established when a new high of day is made and there's a pullback, that is the sign for me to look for a trade. And again, this would have been my ideal entry, would have been for the break of this 1 minute red candle. And you could see that even if I would have gotten some slippage, that this trade would have easily worked out. So this is just, as I said, I cannot place this in my spreadsheet because I didn't take this trade, but this is just confirmation that the plan works. Does it work most of the time? No, I would not say that. In fact, my statistics say that it works about 41% of the time. How do you make money with a trading plan that only works, the trades only work 41% of the time? With risk management. So far, I haven't been able to find anything that works more than even 50% of the time, unless you're selling out early, but then your risk management doesn't work out. So the thing to look for is some type of setup pattern criteria that works enough with proper risk management that you're profitable. That's really all you need to figure out, okay, what kind of risk management do I need to make this winning probability profitable? And that's what we're doing. So there you can see me checking out the different reward to risk ratios. Let's see. So there's the 3. So 3 times the risk. And that target was 945. So you can see that this thing did go to 3R. And then I will also check 4R. So let's see, where's 4R? 956. And this thing eventually goes, I believe, to 955. And that's about it. We can pull up the chart. Actually, let's not do that. You guys can check out the chart if you want to on the quadruple U. I think I have my, let's see. No, we can do that right now. Sorry about that. Let's go to charts only and go up to UUU. Okay, here it is. So let's see if 4R was hit. Yes, even 4R and much more was hit, I think, because, yeah, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm sure 5R and looks like 6, maybe even 7R was hit on this thing before it ever coming down anywhere near our stop loss. This is where the stop loss was. So this was obviously a very strong move. I just happened to miss the entry. That's going to happen sometimes. You're going to miss a lot more opportunities than you're going to catch, and especially when you have other things going on in your life, as I do this week. But anyway, hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions about this trade, the trading plan, let me know in the comment section below. Everything that I use to trade with is available on patreon.com/tradingarmor. The calculators, the trading plan, the spreadsheets, all that stuff, if you're interested. Otherwise, if this video was helpful to you, hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. Hopefully tomorrow morning I have a little bit less busy day and I can try to capture a day trade, an actual trade that I take. So that's the plan. Otherwise, I think next week is going to be a lot more open for day trading. So we have that to look forward to. Anyway, stay safe out there. Always go into every single trade with a plan and stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.